Hey, good morning, Milton kids, and all of our guests who are watching with us. We are back again for our children's moment, and Gus and Alex are here. Hey, buddy! Gus is here, and Pastor Alex is here with me. We want to start out. You might have gotten a special delivery this weekend. It's a special weekend. Do you guys know what we're celebrating? What are we celebrating this weekend? Do you know? Gus does not know. Do you guys know? Are we celebrating moms? So this is a great weekend to go out of your way to do special things, to do your chores, to make sure you make mom happy. But we are trying to help you along in doing that. We dropped off a pretty fun little craft. Miss Cindy put these together where you can make your mom a wreath. You could pick flowers, but it just snowed. And then there's some things that you can do to stay busy so that mommy could maybe read a book or take a bath. There's some puzzles and some mazes you can do. So look for those outside your front door. We just miss you guys. We hope that that's something that will remind you of us as well. But what we're going to do this weekend is we are going to have an interview. We're going to ask Pastor Alex and maybe Gus some questions, and we can learn a little bit more about Pastor Alex. So, Gus, should I ask you the first question?
Ow!
Gus, what does a cow say? Cow? What does the cow say? He's working on the cow this week. Okay, Pastor Alex, your first question. Okay, and we've had a few people submit some questions for him. We've been reading a lot of books with Gus. Which one is your favorite?
Which is my absolute favorite book.
Of all of the books that we read with Gus, because you read a lot of books.
With Gus. So, that's hard. It's always hard to pick favorites, you know. I love all of the books that we've read, Gus. And I love the fact that so many of you gave him gifts from these books. But one of my all-time favorite books that I read with Gus is from our friends Chauncey and Melissa, and it is called The Little Blue Truck. And actually, I read it in church one day, so.
What's the lesson we learned from Little Blue Truck?
Gus, do you remember?
What happens in Little Blue Truck?
Oh,
There's a lot of lessons to be learned, and the biggest one is helping out your friends when they are in trouble, and even helping out those who might not be so nice, have been so nice to you earlier, because that's what the Little Blue Truck did, and then his friends helped him.
It's true. Okay, this is a silly question. If you could be any, let's say, cartoon character or athlete or anybody in the world, just pretending, who would you be?
Oh,
Nope, you don't know this.
oh boy. That's a hard one. I think I would be a cross between Kenny Lofton, Francisco Lindor, and the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, now who are those first two people? Some people might not know.
Kenny Lofton, both Kenny Lofton and Francisco Lindor Kenny Lofton played baseball back when I was a young man for the Cleveland Indians. We'll also throw in Alvaro Espinoza in there too. I love that guy. But Kenny Lofton played center field, and Francisco Lindor plays for the Indians now, and he plays shortstop. And the Incredible Hulk is a Marvel Comics character.
I think we all know the Incredible Hulk, huh? Why would you want to be all of those people in one?
There's a lot of emotion. You know, there's a
Yeah.
passion for the game.
Pretty fast, pretty strong, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm pretty strong already,
Let's-
but you know.
Yeah, you're huge. Okay, here's a little bit more of a serious question. So, Pastor Alex is a pastor at our church here in Rittman, and I thought I would ask him, the book that we study all the time is which book? The Bible. I thought I would ask him, what's your favorite Bible verse? What's your favorite go-to encouragement in the book that we study?
That's an excellent question. Again, there are a lot of wonderful Bible verses, and it's hard to pick a favorite, but one that I think about all the time in my daily life. It actually, a similar verse shows up in all of the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John. But the one that I will share with you comes from Matthew 22:35-40. And this happened when Jesus was teaching. Jesus was a great teacher, and he taught a lot of people, and still teaches us. It said, one of them, a lawyer, tested him, being Jesus, with a question. Teacher, what is the greatest commandment? The greatest commandment is this. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All of the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments.
All right, here we go. All right, and if you guys remember, we actually studied some of those verses, and we had a pretty cool song that went with them. Do you want to possibly go grab a toy real quick?
Yes.
Okay, so as Alex is getting a toy for Mr. Gus, who is a little unhappy right now.
Your friends.
Oh, it's Llama Llama. Alex, our next question, and we're going to keep moving along, is what is one of your most favorite memories, or multiple, at our church? And I'm going to draw with this.
So, one of my most favorite memories was when Gus behaved so well during church. And he was very patient. But one of my favorite memories was in choir, and we sang just an awesome song that the choir did so well with, called Plenty Good Room. And I don't know if you all remember the song Plenty Good Room. Some of you do. But it's pretty jazzy. It goes, plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. I'm sorry if I was a little off key there. But Landon joined us and did a great job singing. The choir did an awesome job singing. Everybody was feeling the spirit. Miss Donna did a wonderful job directing the choir. And it really was one of my favorite memories from church, definitely, among so many others.
I remember that Sunday. It did make me smile. Okay, hey, since it is Mother's Day weekend, I was thinking maybe I should ask you, what's one of your favorite memories with your mom or with your family that included your mom? And what's your mom's name? Tell us a little bit about your family.
Excellent, excellent question. My mom's name is Marianne Dingledye Barnes. Dingledye was her last name before she married my father. And she is a wonderful person. She is very smart and loving and caring. And most of my favorite memories from her, it's hard to narrow it down to just one, but she consistently cooks excellent meals. And I just remember sitting down to the table to spend time with the family and ready to eat some of her amazing meals. And this is just one memory among so many that they all kind of come together, but they really come together well.
All right. And Alex grew up in Cleveland Heights, so about an hour from Rittman. And so he still gets to see his family often, but they're not right here in Rittman with us, which we miss them a lot. So you have a sister in a whole nother country. What's that country?
I have a sister in Ecuador.
And he has another sister who is in
Boston.
And they're both married. Yeah, we miss them a lot. All right, so, and then one last question. And I've been watching, Pastor Alex has been working on another video for the rest of our church family that will probably come out tomorrow. But we've asked some of our other members at church, how do you see God? How do you feel God in your day-to-day routine? One of the things that we recite when we say the Lord's Prayer is we ask the Lord to give us our daily bread. And part of what that means is we're asking the Lord to sustain us. Sustain's a big word for kids, but to give us the energy and the will to keep going. And he's preaching on that this weekend, but I thought I would ask Pastor Alex, how do you see God in your daily routine and just in the flow of your day? Can you give us an example how you remember or think of God most?
Sure. And I know routine is, as Andrea pointed out, it's something you do every day. Like you wake up, you get clean, you put on clothes, and you eat. And one of the things that I really love about our daily routine that we have at home, and I think a lot of you also share this routine, is before every meal, we close our hands to pray. Right, Gus?
Do we pray before we eat? Yeah.
And this is so important because it gives us time, even if we're really hungry, and sometimes I get pretty hungry, and all I can think about is the food, and the food filling me up and tasting good, but it gives me time to think about other people who might have a harder time finding food, who can't always get whatever they want or eat whatever they want. And I think that it gives me an opportunity and a chance to think about other people who might be hurting, other people who we're thankful for, and just being really thankful for that time together especially.
Example. And as I've thought about it this week, there are certain rhythms that I have that have been a little different in these kind of new times. But I know oftentimes when I'm in the car, I like to have some quiet time to think and pray, or I like to turn on music that reminds me of Jesus and reminds me to reflect and to pray for people that I'm worried about and that I care about. But as we go on this week, we want to encourage you guys to think about your day-to-day routines. What do you do every day? Now, there should be a right answer to this. You should eat. You should brush your teeth. What else?
Listen to your mother.
True.
Or your father, or your grandmother, or grandfather.
You probably should change your clothes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Yeah. You may have chores. Chores are a good thing to help out around the house, but we want to encourage you to make Jesus part of your routine. Take a minute to read a Bible verse. Take a minute to ask your parents or your grandparents questions that you think of when it comes to God. Or you have questions about the world around you. And we're going to check in on those things hopefully when we get back together soon. Anything else, Pastor Alex?
Well,
any other things you want to add to our interview?
I want to thank you. Since it's Mother's Day, I'm not going to ask you any questions to let you off the hook. Watch out for your interview on Father's Day.
Ah, mercy.
But I am so thankful for such a wonderful family and for Andrea, who has done so much to teach you and to teach me. I can't wait to see everybody.
All right, thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye. Gus, hands are for waving bye. Blow a kiss.
It's probably over 5 minutes ago, but that's cool. Go ahead.
That might be hard to